deeper, straight to the court now. Get louder, let them hear your voice now. It might get harder, but we stay the course now. We stand up building the hometown. Together we're tearing the walls down. We're rolling together now. We're rolling together now.
Welcome to another inspiring episode of Empowering Eats. I'm your host, Denisha Porter, and today's episode is at the beautiful Davis Cookie Collection, a Black female-owned business right here in the heart of Cincinnati. We will be focusing on business planning and strategy, two crucial elements for any entrepreneur. So stay tuned as we dive into insights from our beautiful guests. So come on in and join the fun.
Hi, girl.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so excited to be here today.
And I'm so glad to have you here at Davis Cookie Collection.
Yes, where the tagline is biting to a better day, right?
Yes, yes.
So I'm here with you, and you started this beautiful business. So can you tell me a little bit about your story?
So my husband and I, we launched this business in 2013. At the time, I was a graduate student at the University of Cincinnati, and I would bake cookies for fun because grad school was extremely stressful, and I would bring samples of our cookies to class.
Oh.
Everybody raved about how delicious the cookies were, and they would say, these are the best cookies I've ever had.
Really?
And so one of my colleagues offered to pay me $15 for a dozen of cookies, and at that moment, something clicked, and I was like, maybe I can do this as a business. So I presented the idea to my husband. He wasn't buying it at first, but then he eventually said, let's try it.
Okay.
We came up with the name Davis Cookie Collection because our last name is Davis, and I knew that one day we'd have a large collection of cookies. We created a Facebook page. People started ordering by the dozen, and it was history from there.
Beautiful. So you were the mastermind, and you partnered with your husband, correct?
Yes.
And you started cooking cookies and bringing them to class. What were the favorite cookies that everybody enjoyed?
Oh my God, chocolate chip, peanut butter, snickerdoodle, sugar sprinkle were those initial flavors that I learned from my family growing up. They had a restaurant and a bakery here in downtown Cincinnati. So I grew up in a family that was baking and making food from scratch was the foundation of our family. So I learned how to bake cookies at a very young age.
So were you in the kitchen with like your mother, your grandmother?
Everybody.
Okay.
And that's how I learned.
Everybody? So like, what does everybody
Mom,
mean?
grandma, great-grandma, great-grandfather.
Ooh.
I grew up to have a pleasure of being able to watch all of them in the kitchen. And it definitely has been a game changer for me. That's where I learned how to make these delicious cookies.
Okay.
And then I also have ventured off into what I do on my own. Like I've made cookies and cream, banana pudding cookies. Those innovative flavors, I've taken what they taught me and I've made it my own.
So what made you decide to do like cookies and cream? That's my favorite ice cream, actually. So
Mine too.
Oh, is that what it is? Is
Yeah.
your favorite ice cream?
Yes, I love cookies and cream. And I would say what kind of led me to that was to be innovative, because I know that as a business, you always have to be innovative to separate yourself from other people that are doing the same exact thing. So when I started my business, there was no insomnia, there was no crumble or anything like that here. So I realized that I had to innovate into a different direction just to stay relevant. So you always have to really do research and change what you can to stay relevant.
Wow, Christina, I am so impressed by all that you shared with me, and I'm really proud of you. I see you have hoodies over here, you have shirts, and you even have awards.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the awards before we go in the back and you give me the full tour.
Yes, so one of the awards we won from Mortar, which was Entrepreneur of the Year. And then the second one, we recently won that one as Entrepreneur of the Year from the Collective Empowerment Group.
Awesome.
So we are so thankful for those awards.
All right, I'm ready for the tour.
Yes, come on back.
All right.
Let's look at these cookies.
Christina, this is where the magic happens. So tell me a little bit about these cookies.
Well, first off, this is my hubby here.
Yay.
And he is the COO of the business, and he also does the logistics.
I love that. So when did you guys start this organization together, this business together?
2013.
2013, and when did you get married?
2012, so a year after.
So a year after you started this business, and do you bake?
I do. Only when needed, though.
Only when needed?
Which is a lot right now. But we're growing. So, yeah.
So you're growing. So tell me about growing. Are you in other locations?
Yes.
Okay.
So our wholesale is growing now. So we have our cookies inside of a lot of different restaurants, like Southern Grace, for instance. We have our dough inside a Kroger Oakley store, as well as ETC, a grocery store in Walnut Hills. So we're starting to really grow, and we have a truck too.
So tell me about the truck. That's exciting.
Oh my gosh, we launched that last summer. Just wanting to make our product more accessible to our customers. We launched it, and it's been a big hit. We have been booked extensively this year.
So do you do events? Or are you at schools? Or
everywhere.
You're everywhere?
Events, Taste of Cincinnati, every event you can think of, we've been there this year. Private bookings, corporations are booking us. So it's been amazing.
Hubby, what's your favorite cookie?
I'm a classic kind of guy, so I like chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, that's my favorite.
She has with so many that I do.
And he's the taste tester. So.
Oh, so you taste tested all of them?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. That's why he's always like, I got to stay on the treadmill because, babe, you keep coming up with these flavors. But I'm real innovative, so I think of this stuff at night.
Oh, you do?
And I will come in here and test it out, and it's always a hit.
Okay.
So that's how it happens.
I love that. Okay, so tell me about this process right here. What are you doing?
So he is packaging cookies right now for Southern Grace.
Okay.
So the cookies, I baked those a couple hours ago. Now he's bagging them. He's going to seal them and label them with our custom labels here.
Ooh, show me what those look like.
It has our logo as well as the ingredients, and they've all been approved by the FDA. So once we get done with this packaging process, we'll be delivering them.
I love that. And then how many do you distribute in a week?
Oh my gosh, a lot. So Southern Grace is one of our newer accounts. They ordered 20 cookies on the first launch last week, sold out the next day. We dropped off 20 more. They sold out the next day. So now they're ordering 60. But I guarantee when we drop these off, they're going to sell out in 1 week. So we're going to probably have to keep increasing their order.
I love that. And you're open on Saturday, right?
To the public.
To the public? And any other schools or anything like that, partnerships? If not, you should think about partnering with schools.
Yes, we are thinking about it because we just launched a fundraising package for any organizations looking to raise money. So they can book our truck as well as our cookie dough, and then we will give them a portion of the sales.
I love that. Anything else that's on the horizon for you?
We are right now just looking to expand into more retail locations with our dough, getting into more Kroger locations, expanding wholesale, as well as maybe venturing off to more trucks too.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can help hubby out and put these in the box. What is the box? Let me see.
This is our custom box that we generally give to customers. We package the cookies in there.
Okay, let's see. I got it open. Okay.
Yep, and it tells them thank you for the purchase. And they love the boxes. A lot of customers are like, we don't want to throw these away. And handmade with real ingredients.
With real ingredients and real love. You can just tell you put a lot of love.
Real ingredients, real butter.
And this has been a labor of love for you, right?
Yes, it is. It's very rewarding.
You said real butter, yes. I love.
Yes, real butter.
That's what makes a good cookie.
Yes. We got to bring that back. Real cookies.
So how do you put them in the box?
How it would go would be like this.
Okay.
Kind of bring them forward.
Oh, I love it.
Like that.
That is so beautiful.
And we can just continue, keep bringing them to the left.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking me on this tour, and I'm excited to come back and talk with Vice Mayor Kearney.
Yes.
And then we're also going to have a couple of business owners as well to share their stories. So thank you so much.
And thanks for being here.
Oh, no problem. You did a wonderful job.
Oh, I thank you.
All right. See you later, hubby.
All right.
Yeah, see you later, hubby.
We're back at this beautiful establishment, Davis Cookie Collection. And joining me today, we have Vice Mayor Kearney, along with Melissa Lynn with Azure Events, and Catrena Bowman with Inspired Fashion. So let's start off with Vice Mayor Kearney. Can you kind of talk to us about your journey? You really sit at the intersection of policymaking And you've been a business owner since 1995, is that correct?
1995.
Yes.
We started Sesh Communications,
Beautiful.
also known as KGL Media, and we're owners of the Cincinnati Herald newspaper. Now it's a multimedia publishing company. So that's been almost 30 years.
Multimedia.
Yes.
Look at you.
You know, let me tell you, newspaper business has changed. And you got to change with it. That's number one for businesses. You got to keep up with the market.
Yeah.
So there's still some people who want to see the paper delivered to their home, to their doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
Most people read it online. They read it on their phone. They read it on the website.
Yes.
And then we do a lot of the events like the Daddy-Daughter Dinner
You
Dance,
do.
Nefertiti Awards. You were one of our Nefertiti winners. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
And now we're doing Cincy Power Awards, honoring small businesses, honoring Black businesses. So,
I love that.
so a lot's going on. It's ever changing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you first started? What was the essence? How did you feel? How did you move things along?
Yeah, so it's really, it's exciting starting your own business. You all know that, right? Like you feel like it's your baby, and this is just something that you're giving birth to, and you're watching it grow.
Yeah.
And it's 24/7. I mean, you never say, "Oh, I've got the day off." Like, you wake up thinking about your business. You go to bed thinking about your business. I mean, it's all the time. And so it's really important to surround yourself with really good professionals, like a good accountant, a really good attorney.
Great advice.
And really good staff people. So that's important, to really have a great team. That's the first thing you have to really think about.
Beautiful. And now you're vice mayor. So you've been in
Yes.
this role for how long? Yay, let's clap to that. Yes. You do a wonderful job.
So, like you said, though, it does give me insight into what businesses need. A big issue for small businesses and Black businesses is capital.
Right,
Access
exactly.
to capital. It's really hard to have a business that goes forward and that grows and gets past that first horrible 5 years. You're like, are we really going to make it?
Yeah.
Because you don't have, many of us don't have that rich uncle who's going to say, here's $1 million, do something.
Or aunt.
Yeah, or aunt. Like, just, do something good with it. We're like, where do we get the money? You know, you have to grow. You have equipment. You have, people you have to pay, products to buy. And so access to capital is really important, that relationship with the bank. And so in the city, we talk a lot about that. I could say another thing. So that's one thing. And we do have a fund now to help small businesses.
You want to talk a little bit about the fund?
Well, this is something new.
They're interested. They want to know.
So I want to say, working with President Pro Tem Victoria Parks, I know you guys have talked to her. You talked to her before.
Yeah, we did.
So she and I looked at equitable development and how do you help developers, for example, get into the game? Because there are a lot of folks out there who are like, we want to get in the game, but there are these companies that have been around for generations, and they are the market.
Right.
And so we started looking at how other cities were doing and made a policy. But one thing we looked at while we were doing that is how are Black businesses and other small businesses struggling? Like, what can we do? And one big barrier was access to capital. And so now the city has created this access to capital fund. And so that's something new that we're rolling out. So.
Is this very new, like within the last month?
Yeah, very new.
That's
very new.
That's when we talked to President Pro Tem.
Right.
Yes.
And
So
another thing is, I find that a lot of Black businesses do not own the real estate. We're renting from everybody.
Yes.
You know, that cost goes up, and you don't have control over it. You also don't have that other income that comes from having other tenants. And so the idea, what I just proposed is that we develop a buy the building program. And so it's
that's
like, here is money where you can actually, so like in this building, Davis Cookies would own the whole building. And then the other tenants would be paying them rent, and that helps with the cash flow. Because we're always renting and we're not owning. Black people need to own. We need to own.
Yes,
So,
I totally agree. Let's clap on that. Yes.
Right. We also have, I should say, the city has now, and this is already ongoing, but it's a commercial tenant improvement program where businesses can borrow up to $20,000 if you're either a new business or you're trying to expand, and it helps you like build out your business. You might need, more equipment, a larger space, improvements, and so that $20,000 can go with that to really help your business grow.
I love it. Well, Catrena, tell us a little bit about your story, Inspired Fashion. I know you just moved to a new location. So how has that been?
So it's been great. So Inspired Fashion, we started about 3 years ago. I've been doing fashion since I was little. My mom and I
and
would
you
go
look
shop.
wonderful. Let's take a moment to take it all in.
You gotta do it.
Yes.
I'm a stylist and they come looking like, whoa.
Right.
But I always loved it, and I think at the essence of it, it was really about empowering women to feel beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was how I got started. But like you said, we don't have any money. We don't know what we're doing.
You just have a dream.
You just have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And so I launched online. So I was online for a year. And I took that year really to do the research, really to plan, to get connected. I've been in nonprofit management for years, but not on the business side. It was different. So I heard somebody say, buy what you don't know. Like, buy the skill set that you don't know. So I found a small black business that knew how to do the business plans, that could connect me with the attorney, that could connect me with
What's
those
that?
pieces.
The organization?
Sparklight.
Oh,
Creative.
okay,
Yes,
beautiful.
yes, right. And then I'm over in Covington,
Mm-hmm.
and so he helped me to really develop my plan and help me be realistic. I thought, I'm going to start.
And that is so important.
A million sales on the first day.
Yes, we all do.
We all do.
Sky's the limit.
Right. And it never starts that way. So I took that year, I did my research, I found a spot in Covington, and they had a program through their city where they paid like half of the rent for the first year.
Mhm.
I like
So
that.
I wanted to start out slow.
See, maybe this might be something that's I know it.
Exactly. So I was able to get into that space comfortably. I knew if everything else failed, like you said, I didn't have an auntie, that I would be able to cover the cost.
Right.
And so I was there, and then I did an offshoot at the mall one year, and then now I moved to another location, and just have continued to build. Like you said, it's a boutique for women. But also we do styling, we do leadership development. We're so
She styled us for our first photo shoot and did an amazing job. She had me
yes.
feeling so comfortable behind the camera,
Yeah.
put me in this nice, beautiful dress.
Yes.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yes. And that's what it's all about, empowering each other, but having those resources available and knowing how to tap into it. I think it's so key as you talk about policy. What I would love to see, and this is my dream, is for it to be where resources are available sort of across the region. Because a lot of times Cincinnati is not available, say, in Kentucky. Kentucky is not available in Cincinnati, but we're serving both sides. So how can we think about a regional approach?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been in business for 3 years.
3
right?
years.
And you are the newbie. You've been in business, yay, for 2 years.
So tell us a little bit about your journey.
It's been difficult to start. Well, not really. I mean, okay, so I have
That's
been
okay. You can be honest. It's a place to be honest. Yeah.
I've been in corporate America my whole life.
Mhm.
So during COVID, I just said I wanted to start doing events for my friends and family. And from there, it's just blown up. And I have didn't really plan for where I am today.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took a lot of discipline on my own part and trial and error too. And
not being afraid to fail, but learning from your failures and becoming better. Yeah.
a lot of failures. Not really a lot of failures. I'm not
That's
gonna
part
say
of the
that.
journey.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
There are a lot of bumps out there, and I think people who go into business need to know that. Get ready for the bumps. Don't give up. Just get ready for the bumps.
Get ready for the bumps in life.
And
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
You have days you want to quit. You have I can't do this. You have those days,
Right.
but you keep pushing on through it.
absolutely.
Right.
And I think in my situation, I didn't have any training. I was self-taught, and no one could tell me anything. I just knew exactly what I was doing. And come to find out that on the other side of that fence, I really didn't. And so learning, trial and error and investing in myself and taking classes and then start reaching out to organizations like All In Cincinnati and other organizations and getting help from a sisterhood. And from there, I've blossomed and that's where I am today.
I love that sisterhood thing. 'Cause that is really important. Like getting that support system from people who are in your same industry, but also outside of the industry.
Yes.
Just say,
It's
hey,
helped.
Right.
It's helped a lot.
So tell us a little bit about your events. Describe your favorite event.
My events are crazy.
They are. They're lavish. They're
Yeah,
big
are.
and huge.
So
Yeah.
my tagline is I turn ordinary events into extraordinary events because
I like
all of our events have key elements that you have never seen before. So our very first gala was downtown Cincinnati. We invited 300 people for free and told them to come to this gala. And I built the champagne wall where you ring a bell and a hand with gloves pops out.
Oh my
As
goodness, champagne, yes.
And it was the most talked about event ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, it was different, it was new, and that's what I love to bring to events. I don't like to recreate myself, so I never do something twice unless I have to if someone requests it, but I try not to. I did like a burlesque show here in Cincinnati, but I didn't tell them what they were coming to until they came to it. But it sold out in 20 days.
Oh, wow.
And it was talked about very, very like across the board. So I've done large scale car shows and concerts. And so I have a huge celebrity booking base that I work with. So they bring different change to events that most people don't have access to. I have access to a lot of different
clients.
Yes,
she has.
I do a lot of destination weddings. I have one in the Hamptons in May. I have one in Thailand next year.
Nice. We should go to Thailand with her.
Yeah, we need a stylist. So, and with no advertising at all. It's really just been word of mouth and my sisterhood.
Beautiful.
That's so great. Oh, man.
I think you should create a sisterhood event that we could all attend. That would be amazing.
Notes taken. I just thought of that.
Vice Mayor Kearney championed it.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah.
So do you just like wake up in the morning and think about, oh, here's a new idea, or do
I
so
have
all
one,
the time.
I'm not going to say it on camera, but I have one for the zoo, and I'm really like.
Oh, I'm on the board.
Well, you're on camera, and she's on the board, so we can make it happen here.
I'll talk to you after this. But yeah, I don't have a brick and mortar because I love unique spaces. I want to take that parking lot and turn it into an event and
outside.
I'll take a building that looks condemned and turn it into a whole carnival. And that's what I want. I don't want to use a space that I have to recycle over and over again. I want to take the roof of a building and turn it into an event.
Wow. Is there any policies that the city could champion that would allow us to do something in open areas, on rooftops, things of that nature?
Yeah, it depends on who owns the building. So
that's a great idea. That's why we do this.
That would work. And and anything that brings more people into the city. So I know, like, we're talking about the whole region, but for me, like, bringing people into Cincinnati is so important. And we're really trying. Cincinnati is growing, and we're trying to attract more people here, especially more young people, to come and live here and stay here. And so the events really make a huge difference.
That's
I'm
very
here
true.
to help. I have a full team. My team is ready to go there with my craziness. They'll be like, "What are we doing now?" Anything is. There is nothing that I won't do. If you want a hot air balloon in the middle of that driveway out there, let's do it. I'm gonna figure out how to put it out there. And
I do. I want a hot air balloon out there.
I love to work with animals. I will do whatever
that's a great idea.
Make your event special and most talked about, because right now in the social media world, that's a big deal. They want to be the most views, the most likes, and which will help grow their organization and their businesses. And that's where I come in.
So you have to do something kind of outlandish, right?
Right.
I already have ideas. I just don't have people that are like wanting to do the crazy.
You do. We're right here. You have us.
You have to get people to understand your vision too. So, or just trust that it's gonna be crazy.
Right.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned having a team. You have a team, and you have a team too. Can you guys talk a little bit about scalability?
I could say, so for us, it's been really important to grow. And so like our daddy-daughter dance, for example, started with, I think at the first one we had 50 people, and it was at the Melrose YMCA, which doesn't even exist anymore. And now we sell out at 1,400
Look at
the
that.
convention center.
Amazing.
And we have to cut off the sales, and people still show up at the door. It's like, oh my goodness. But and so we, so it's a matter of, and a lot of folks just really love the event, and they want to come and be a part of it. So it's continued to grow every year, but having people who want to help with it, because it takes a lot of help. Patrice knows. She's been part of that. It just takes a lot. It takes a lot of people, and even
There you are.
And we'll make it crazy, and we'll make it fun and memorable.
Yeah, it's time to plan our next one. So I'll have to call you. So that'll be cool. Yeah.
Sisterhood.
There you go.
That's right.
All right. Well, this has been a beautiful conversation. Stay tuned. We'll be back and we'll taste a couple of cookies from Davis Cookie Collection. See you soon. Yay.
We're back, and this is my favorite part of Empower and Eat. We get to eat. Christina, come out and bring us some cookies.
Wow, they
Beautiful. Banana pudding.
So tell us about these beautiful creations.
So this is our signature banana pudding cookie. I would say it's like the top 5 favorite for our customers. And we have these at a lot of restaurants in Cincinnati. They are absolutely delicious. It will remind you just like banana pudding.
Oh, I love banana pudding.
You take these home, they'll be gone in like a few hours.
If they make it home,
If they make it home,
So speaking of not making it home, why don't you guys just dig in?
Yay.
What you think?
All right.
I
Tell
really
me.
did, but I can't. I'm so sorry.
But there goes a banana pudding.
It has a crunch around the exterior, and then it's very, very soft in the middle. So we really focus on giving it 2 textures.
oh, it's delicious.
So that it's not a crunchy cookie, but it's not,
Yes, it's
that's
moist too.
world.
Yes, you taste the moisture. I had a dry cookie.
What does the inside
I
taste
don't
like
like
right now?
No, no.
Oh, no.
Does the inside? Is
It
it
does.
soft in the middle? Okay.
A lot of wholesalers are contacting us for it to sell inside of the restaurant.
It's really good.
It's
It's really good.
I've never had a banana pudding cookie before.
Yeah, it's really good.
We've had it for about 3 years now.
So good.
And you've been in business for 4 years?
11 years.
Oh,
11.
12 years in June.
Look, we all were like, whoa.
Wow.
Well, we've been in this location for 4.
For 4
Nice.
years.
We can find you online too.
Yes, on Facebook and Instagram. And then you can also find us inside of Kroger, we're inside of ETC, on Hills, we're in Southern Grace, we're in Richie's, Avondale, Korean, so we're everywhere. We
Love
have a
it.
truck too.
Okay, let's talk about the cookie truck.
Yes, that has been a game changer for us.
And so does it go all around or?
Yes, so we go all around the city because we're making our cookies and shakes more accessible to our customers. And they love it because like we'll pull up at Good Sam and they're like, we can't get to you because we're stuck at work. So now they get our product. So when we launched our truck, we never knew it was going to be such a hit. But I mean, everyone is really booking this truck.
Love it. Such a good idea.
Congratulations. Truck number 2.
Congratulations.
City Hall.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. It's really nice.
So she talked about the truck earlier, but I want to ask you guys, what are some takeaways that we can leave the audience with? Okay,
Yeah. I was about to bite.
I think my key takeaway is continue to dream big. I love to hear the stories of, how we start small. And my favorite saying is, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
I love it.
Yes.
That's great.
That's wonderful. What about you? She
Oh,
keeps
she-
thinking about
You
it.
know what? No,
I looked at her like, please.
Look, my advice as someone who's been in business 30 years is it's wonderful. It's a great journey, but be ready for the bumps. So don't give up because you hit some bumps, because there are going to be bumps in the road. But surround yourself with really good people who believe in you, who support you, who have the expertise that you need.
Yes.
People you can trust and who are really invested in the business the way you are. And you'll go through those bumps together and you'll be flying high.
I love that. Clap to
Yes,
that.
that's
I tore my cookie.
Newbie.
Newbie with a tore cookie.
Okay.
Mine is keep going. Just keep going. Don't give up.
That's right.
And you're more than enough examples of why you should keep going. So keep going.
Right.
Really good advice.
Yes.
I would say definitely have capital on reserve, because if emergencies happen, you have to have capital to keep on as a business. And I think a lot of businesses learned that when COVID hit. You definitely need capital stash, whether you're applying for grants, loans, whatever it is. You cannot go with having $0 like in your savings. You definitely need to make sure you keep that.
It's true.
I love it. Well, this has been another wonderful episode of Empower and Eats. We're looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful day.
That was so beautiful.
We're all in. light shine bright.